Breaking news po ito mga kababayan. Nako po, eto na. Grabe ang ginawa ni Senador Alan Cayetano. Jeremy Lotok na golden boy ng NBI, sabon na sabon. Hindi masagot ng malinaw ang mga ginawang cross-examination ni Senador Cayetano. Sinaniban ni Senador Marcoleta. Nako po, ito palang Jeremy Lotok na ito na sinasabing golden boy ay patong-patong na kaso ang kinakaharap nito. Nako po mga kababayan, ito na. Senator Alan Cayetano may matinding pasabog na hindi akalain ni Jeremy Lotok. Grabe talagang talino ni Senator Marcoleta tuloy. Nakikita ko kasi si Senator Marcoleta kay Cayetano, ang galing eh. O tignan natin mga kababayan na paano nagisa. Cayetano nakabulsay. Imbes na protektahan si VP Sara, inalisan umano ng security. O nakita nyo mga kababayan?
Senator Judge Cayetano.
Just one specific clarification on that point, just so that we don't lose the point. With your permission,
may proceed.
Yeah. Excuse me lang sa prosecution and sa defense. Witness, one point lang, maybe one
Yes,
or
sir.
two questions on that
Yes,
point.
Your Honor.
Sabi mo, the President, sa pananaw mo, and yung iba, Speaker Martin felt threatened.
Base doon sa investigation namin, sir.
Base sa investigasyon at base sa video.
Base sa video, sa investigation, at sa ibang testimony.
So if they felt threatened, that means tingin nila totoo yung sinabi ni VP Sara na patayin sila. Kasi they wouldn't feel threatened if they don't think na she meant it, na patayin silang tatlo, right?
In our investigation, trinato nila yung utterances as seryoso.
Yes, so
at banta
they
ito.
won't feel threatened unless tingin nila seryoso yung threat.
According to them, seryoso yung threat,
Yes,
sir.
okay. But the threat was, pag pinatay niyo ako, papatayin ko kayo. So kung hindi naman nila sila balak patayin, why would they feel threatened? Unless you're saying now, you think, balak nga nilang papatay si Vice President.
Actually, sir, ito, from the point of view of law enforcement like us, yun nga yung naging alarming na issue doon na sa amin, sir. Sa
No,
amin
I agree. I'm also, Mr. Vitessa, I'm also alarmed with the language, with saying that. I'm alarmed with what's happening in our country, in flood control, etc. But that's not my point. My point is, in your investigation, para maging grave threat, kailangan yung party na trineten feels threatened. Pero ang sinabi ni VP Sara, pag pinatay ako, patayin silang tatlo. So kung wala naman silang tatlo balak na patayin siya, why would they feel threatened? Did that not come into your mind as an investigator?
What comes into your mind, Your Honor, is yun nga, yung possibility na God forbids may mangyari sa BP na hindi naman alam nung tatlo, then matitrigger ngayon yung instruction, then papatayin yung tatlo na hindi naman nila alam. At the same time,
No,
may mga ibang grupo
Then in
na-
that case, hindi ba logical, because you're the President of the Philippines, you order the PSC to make sure that walang mangyari sa kanya rather than baliktad na tinanggalan siya ng security.
Nung
I'm just following your logic.
Yes,
I
sir.
won't argue. Finish your and I'm satisfied, Mr. President. I'm just trying to figure out nga, no?
Alam nyo, tama ito mga kababayan. Imbes na pigilan nila yung threat, ang ginawa po nila, tinanggalan nila ng gwardiya security si Sara. Talagang may plano sila. Yan ang mga sinasabi ng komento, mga kababayan ko. Kaya, nako, sablay itong si Golden Boy. Naging Golden Batibot. Yan ang sabi ng mga komento. Paano naging Golden Boy ito? Puro, I don't have any personal knowledge. You ask to my director. I don't have that. This one, this two. Yari na mga kababayan. Talagang sablay na sablay. Sabi din ng dalawang Tulfo brothers. Sablay ang mga ebidensya. Senador Raffy at Erwin Tulfo. Question ang mga ebidensya ng NBI sa impeachment trial ni Sara. Ayan na mga kababayan, pati yung bendalong dalawa, hindi na rin makatiis. Talagang nakokonsensya na sa kanilang ginawang bendalo. Ayan, kumakampi na sa katwiran. Kaya dito, nakabulsay si Cayetano.
How you came about yung gave threats, given
Yeah.
na ang sinabi niya kung papatayin ako. So,
We-
finish your answer so that
We qualify that grave threats sa term namin as event-based condition na yun nga, pag nangyari yung event, magti-trigger ngayon yung threat. Now, insofar as
Ayan mga kababayan. Matindi po ito.
yung sinasabi mo po, sir, na pag namatay si Vice President, tsaka papatayin ngayon ng tao na inutusan niya, yung tatlo, ang isa sa alarming, na very alarming part na nakita namin, yung mga sasakay ho na grupo po eh. Kasi, God forbid, pwedeng mawala ang Vice Presidente but not necessarily sila yung dahilan. Pwedeng namatay siya for one reason or the other. And then, ang impression na ng marami, ang may kasalanan nito, yung tatlo. So, again, magkakalabo-labo na yan. May sasakay na sa issue, thinking na pag pinatay nila yung tatlo, ang sisisihin ngayon yung kampo ni Vice Presidente kasi may attirances na ginawa ang Vice Presidente to that effect. So, yun ho yung sa investigation namin. Now, insofar as pumasok ho yung elements ng grave threats, yeah, we believe na pumasok yung elements ng grave threats kasi nasatisfy ho lahat nung
Ayun mga kababayan, sa ano
elements
po yan?
ng grave threat based on the revised penal code.
I'm assessing your answer, but malayo na malapit yung sagot mo dun sa triggering events, ha? Kasi parang logical, di ba? Dahil sinabi niya yon, baka may gumawa. Hindi nga magtre-trigger, papatay sa kanya. So para matrigger na patayin ang Pangulo, you're saying that VP Sara is asking other people to kill her so that they can kill Marcos. Di sana sinabi na lang niya, patayin niyo si Marcos. Sabi mo i-trigger, but anyway, I'm trying to process, but hindi logical yung sinabi mo that event will trigger. Because the event that will trigger the assassination on the tree is the killing of the Vice President. And the Vice President will not tell people, kill me so that you kill them.
Precisely, Your Honor. Ang death kasi, for instance, mamatay yung Vice Presidente, it does not necessarily follow na yung tatlo yung nagpapatay base doon sa attirances. Pwede kasing mamatay yung Vice Presidente for one reason or the other. And again, since walang makakalam kung sino ang pumatay dyan, ang impression ng mga tao ngayon, mati-trigger ngayon yung instruction. Pag na-trigger yung instruction, pwede na ngayon sumakay yung iba-ibang grupo, thinking na kahit mabulilyaso ang sisisihin dito, ang Vice Presidente, kasi nga may attirances na ginawa ang Vice Presidente in public. From the point of view of law enforcement, ang gulo nun, Your Honor, matter of national security po yun. It's a matter of national security, Your Honor.
Counsel for the respondent may proceed with his cross.
So just to, before I leave this point, at any rate, you made all those observations and conclusions without any background on forensic
What do you mean?
psychology, correct?
I don't have background for forensic
All right.
psychology.
Okay, that's enough. Now, I'll go on to a different point. Let's talk about the context of these statements. The press con included a question and answer portion.
Again, sir?
The press con included a question and answer portion.
Yes, I think so.
And the VP Sara statement, which you investigated, was an answer to a question that was asked during the press con.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, the focus of your investigation was VP Sara's answer, correct?
What kind of answer, sir?
Answer to the question asked in the press con.
Can you tell me the specific questions and the specific answers?
You were
sir?
the one who investigated it and you don't know the statement that you
Objection,
investigated?
I will
Marami yung
object vague.
question doon, maraming answers, sir. Saan po
Exactly.
doon ang tinutukoy
Objection
na?
vague.
Sustained. Kindly reform, counsel.
All right. In our exhibit D-1-145A, I will read the transcription. This is the transcription also by John Mark Talilong, dated December 26, 2024, a certain Princess Maui asked,
Council may approach from both parties to assist the witness.
mag-iingat po kayo kasi sa dinami-rami ng pasabog ninyo ngayong gabi, it seems like marami po talaga kayong alam about them dahil sa pagkakasama ninyo sa kanila during the campaign and during the 2022 elections. Baka po mamaya kasi totoo yung mga naririnig namin, I don't know if it's true, na meron daw silang Operation Romanov. And baka bala kayong ubusin ang inyong pamilya dahil hadlang kayo sa kanilang mga balak in the future. So mag-iingat po kayo. My question to you is this. Will you agree that based on this question by one Princess Maui, there was also a threat against VP Sara and her family, namely Operation Romanov?
Well, sabi ko nga, narinig ko yung term na Romanov nung binigkas yun ni Mayor Baste noong January during Maisog Rally. Other than that, wala ako kaming validated na about Romanov operation.
But you watched this video, correct? So you heard it also during that time?
Yan ho yung sabi ni Princess Maui, sir.
So you heard
Then,
it?
Nag-invite kami kay Princess Maui, tinanong ko yung agent on case, kung nag-invite ba tayo kay Princess Maui, ang sabi ng agent on case, hindi raw siya nag-appear.
All right.
Kasi we want to clarify
With the
things.
permission of the counsel for the respondent, what is the pleasure of Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo?
Mr. Presiding Officer, kahapon kasi nabanggit ko yung Romanov and I did mention na para sa akin, nagmula yung salitang Romanov kay Mayor Baste Duterte during a rally yun sa Maisog in Davao. So, ang tanong ko ngayon kay Mr. Witness, matatandaan po ba kung ano yung sinabi ni Mayor Baste Duterte patungkol dun sa Romanov that night?
Yes, sir. I will try if
Can you
I
tell us?
remember it right. Ang sabi niya, Mr. President, sabi niya, remember what happened to the Romanovs. If I'm not mistaken, sir, parang ang sinasabi niya, kasi mayroong...
No, I think when you go to bed tonight, continue.
Yes, sir. Yan. Sabi ko yan.
Okay?
When you go to bed tonight, think about the Romanovs. Yung po yata yung pagkasabi. Parang sinasabi niya na baka mangyari sa pamilya niyo yon gaya ng nangyari sa inyo noong 1996. Kung tama yung memory ko, sir. Parang ganun po ang sinasabi ni Mayor Baste.
Kaya nga, Mr. Presiding Officer, nagtataka ako na binanggit yan ni Princess Maui doon sa press conference, sa online press conference ni VP Sara, yung Romanov, na banta for Sara Duterte. When in fact, it was Baste Duterte ang nabitaw ng salita na yon, warning sa first family. So, which, Mr. Witness, para sa'yo, saan ba talaga yung Romanov nag-umpisa at sino ba talaga ang dapat mag-ingat doon sa banta na Romanov?
Yeah, insofar as our investigation is concerned, since nag-start yan doon kay Mayor Baste, at wala ho kaming ma-validate na ibang Romanov operations na nangyari, I think nag-start yan sa kanila, sir, sa kapatid ng Vice Presidente.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. No other questions? Mr. Presiding Officer.
Noted, entered into the records, and counsel for the respondent may continue with this cross.
All right. So you mentioned that just now that Mayor Baste said, think about the Romanovs, correct?
Yan yung statement ni Mayor Baste, sir.
But I'm asking Operation Romanov eh. So hindi naman think about the Romanovs. My question to you is this.
With the permission of counsel for the respondent, Senator Tulfo seeks recognition again. What is the pleasure of Senator
Yeah,
Tulfo?
I just want to make it clear, Mr. Presiding Officer, na yung threat na yon, yung Romanov na salita, it was used to warn as a threat to the first family. The word Romanov came from the mouth of Mayor Baste Duterte, na para bang binabantaan niya yung first family. You follow me, Mr. Witness?
Yes, sir. Tama.
Ayan na, nagkalit-kilit ng mga kababayan. Dahil sa Romanov, hindi maintindihan nung si Lotok. Kagaya rin ni Agent Kalilang ito na sablay-sablay, mga kababayan ko. Nakita nyo po.
Now, I'll
Nakita
go
nyo.
on to a different
Ayan na, mga kababayan. Kaya dito wala. Pati itong dalawang tulpok, mga kababayan, na bendalo, hindi nila makuha ang ibig sabihin ni Lotok na nakukulangan po sa pagbibigay ng ebidensya, kaya sablay-sablay itong sabi ng dalawang tulpok brother, mga kababayan. O sabi dito, tignan nyo ha. Itong si agent kasi, mga kababayan, talagang sablay-sablay naman talaga. O, sablay ang mga ebidensya, Senador Raffy and Erwin Tulfo. Kiwinestyon ang mga ebidensya ang NBI sa impeachment trial. Pinunan ni na Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo at Senator Judge Raffy Tulfo ang mga dokumento at ebidensyang iniharap ng National Bureau of Investigation sa nagpapatuloy na impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Matapos mapansin, kita nyo mga kababayan na, matapos mapansin ang ilang umano'y pagkukulang at hindi pagkakatugma-tugma sa mga isinumiting dokumento, may mga bura-bura pa yung mga petsa. Sa pagdinig nitong Lunes, kita nyo mga kababayan na, sinabi ni Erwin Tulfo na tila minamadali ang pagpapahanda ng mga ebidensya ng NBI. Matapos lumabas ang ilang issue gaya ng mga typographical errors, magkakaibang petsa, at iba pang dokumentaryong pagkakamali. Samantala, nakiisa rin si Raffy Tulfo sa pagtatanong at paghimay sa mga isinumiting dokumento upang masuri ang pagiging tumpak at credible na mga ito. Ayon kay Erwin Tulfo, dito sa mga nakita nating mga ebidensya rito, mukhang sablay-sablay, parang minamadali ho ninyo. Patuloy namang sinusuri ng impeachment court ang lahat ng ebidensya at testimonya upang matiyak ang mga ito ay naaayon sa umiiral na proseso at pamantayan ng paglilitis. Kita nyo kaya nga si Senador Cayetano, naka-bullseye dito. Mukhang nalalabuan kay Golden Boy, Jeremy Lotok. Diba mga kababayan? For transparency, for a better democracy, shoutout po kay Ma'am Mirna Aura, kay JJ, kay Gaspar Beltran at mga kababayan natin na tuloy-tuloy na sumusubaybay. Ito, check natin. Imelda Facon, ayan, good morning. Wilfredo Cervantes, Flora Polangcos, ayan, shoutout sa inyong lahat. Kaya yan po ang ating pasabog, mabuhay po.